Heave ho! Boink. Oh, and look, the door even swings. Thunder. Stainless steel. Thick. Need holes. No drill press. 1/4 inch. 40 cal. Let's finish this thing.
Don't stay awake for too long. Don't go to bed. I'll make a cup of coffee for your head. I'll get you up and going.
Look at him go!
Don't stay awake for too long. Don't go to bed. I'll make a cup of coffee for your head. I'll get you up and going out of bed.
I mean, you've been on television. You're on television now.
Up,
You've acted in films. You've played about,
Alright. We have got our 3 walls all put in. Okay. All sealed up.
Now started putting these in here because I want racks for the fish. Wire racks, slide them in there. But I'm rethinking that, so I may change my mind because I want to fit bigger stuff in there too. So if I'm thinking if I build sturdier racks, I won't have to have that front support, and it'll still support everything. Or maybe make it so those come out easy with the pocket holes. Genius. There we go.
Woo-hoo, we got a little bit of sunshine, so we're going to get back to work. Man, it's been raining. Just enough. As soon as I get the tools out. Fucking rains just enough to start getting things soaking wet. Pick it up. Anyway.
So we got 3 walls on. 3 walls. Now I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to wait. The roof's going to be last. I got all my supports in here for the trays I'm going to build. Going here to hold the fish. And I decided to omit the ones going across the front. Because what I can do with it open like this is I can put one tray in here, I can stick a turkey in here, a ham in here. I can even put stuff across here to hang stuff rather than using the tray. So that leaves me with more options. So I think I'm going to reinforce the front of my tray so it has support. Then I won't have to worry about anything in the front at all. So let's see, what are we going to do next? Let's see if we can find some tin, which I know we got some tin laying over here in our scrap pile. And we're going to line the bottom of this because this is wood. There's going to be a fire in here. We don't want sparkage in wood. Make it burn. That's too much fire.
Alright, digging through the tin pile over here. Got these little pieces I can use for wrapping stuff. And then we've got this sheet here. The bottom half is good, and I got plans for 5 foot of that. So let's cut the messed up part off, and that'll be perfect for just fine for inside the smoker. I don't care if it's pretty. It just got to keep the wood from, if a spark flies, hitting it.
It's not a super big flame in there. You don't want a super hot fire. You want to use like smoky type wood, like, you know, green type wood. Like we're going to use alder, so it doesn't do a lot of flaming. It makes smoke because we're trying to make smoke, not fire. But if there's fire in there, and then you get a spark, this will keep it from burning down. Hopefully. If not, we build another one.
Let's cut something. Time out. Figures. I'm dressed for a rainy day, and now the sun comes out. Time to shed some layers. Love Alaska. Back to work. Alright, where were we? It's like 33 inches. 33 inches tall will get us to this layer right here, and that'll be plenty of spark protection. So 33 by 35, that's perfect. This is 36 inches wide. I think we might be able to get 2 out of here. Maybe just one. If not, we've got a bunch of those ones. We've got a bunch of little pieces. Either way, it's going to get done.
Alright, so I know I want a 5 foot good piece for my porch roof. Just about right, this doesn't work for a roof because it's been bent up. By the way, this happened because I didn't secure it to the roof of the truck good enough to bring it home and it went. Oh well. Anyway, let's mark this at 5 foot. Get a straight line across here. Get set.
Alright, so I got my good piece marked out, the one I want to save. And I was able to get 2 30-inch pieces at the bottom over here instead of 33. But that's alright, I can make that work. That extra 3 inches, I can make up somewhere else. That's good enough. So let's get out what we need.
What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? I think all we're going to need one of those. A little bit of it.
Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Probably gonna trim up them ends a little bit, make them a little cleaner so I don't cut myself, but we're living dangerously. Let me show you how.
What I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna take this and do like a wraparound, because the pan I have, let's see, there's the pan I'm gonna use. I'm gonna beat that back into shape, and that's gonna go on the ground to contain everything. So let me get this worked out in here, what I'm gonna do, figure it out. I might change a few things. I mean, I don't know yet. We'll see. But we are gonna figure it out, and we will show you what we did figure out.
All right, so we climbed inside, yeah. And what I want to do, hopefully you can see this. If not, I'll get a better close-up of it later. But I got some 1-inch lathing type screws. That's all you need. So you can screw this pin into the wood here. But I want it to come up all the way up to the top here. I don't want any kind of a spark that's going to be inside here to come up and get like down in between this layer right here. So I'm probably going to make sure this is definitely sealed up good. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but that could be good enough. Just as long as I butt that up to this wood, it should be good. So let's got the screw gun.
Get it done.
Okay, we got all our tin wrapped around it now. Got to cut a little bit out here when we make our door, but I got the big boards laid out, so I'm putting them on here, laying them out for the main door, and I got some cross braces I'm going to put in here to hold it all together, make sure it doesn't saggy daggy. So that's the next step. Okay, we got the cross member on here. That's all secured. That'll keep our door from racking when it's opening and closing. Next, we gotta figure out if we're gonna use these hinges or what we're gonna use. What's gonna work best? We'll see here. Sun's low on the horizon, so I'm trying not to shade anybody too bad here. But we ended up, we're gonna go with these. What I'm doing is I'm sliding the tongue part underneath. And we'll screw that in from the other side. But I'm going to put a strip down here, give it a little more beef, so when I screw in for the other side, I got something better to screw into.
So, 1 hinge there, 1 hinge there, should be good enough.
Okay, so we got our cross pieces put in, we got our supports here put in, so when we drive our screws through, some of them are still going to come through because that hinge sticks back into there. But we'll just snip them off. But what I got to do now is, I've got these screwed onto here. I've got the door exactly where I want it, centered, square, not too cattywampus. Now I gotta climb inside and put some screws in those hinges so the door stays where I want it to. Heave ho! Oh, and look, the door even swings. Wow. What do you think, guys? Is it big enough to fit Daniel to smoke him? We hang him by his ankles. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! There, Lord, open the door. You gotta see him hung by his ankles. There we go. Oh God, that's a terrible sight.
Okay, what do we got left? We gotta put some boards on here. We gotta put the roof rafters on, and I'm gonna have vents in the end of the rafters to let smoke out and moderate temperature. And then we gotta put a door on the bottom, cut some of that tin out, put a door down there so we can open it up, stoke the fire, put chips in there to make smoke.
All right. We got door action. Top door, lower door. We're getting into the fire. Still got to trim that tin up a little bit so I can get in there better. All our tin wrapped in here so nothing burns. All we got left is to build our racks, put our roof on, finish off our ends. We'll be smoking fish. What do you think? Looking pretty good. Well, sun's going down. It's about 10:30. I've had a long enough day, so we're gonna pick up all the tools and finish her up tomorrow. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a sec for you.
All right, what have we been up to since we took a break? We got this moved up here on the hill into position. We got all our walls on. We got our bottom door on. Got the back wall on. Oh, we got to move the clothesline, but and we got our little roofy doofy on. So what's next, guys?
Let's look inside here. Check out that handle. That came off the railroad when we were out fishing. It was laying on the side of the tracks again, found it. Makes a great handle. So, what's next? Got our tin in. Need to get that pan that I found earlier, because there's that fire ring pan. I'll put that down the bottom, that way, you know, it doesn't catch the ground on fire too bad when we get it started. And then I want to put a ring in there also to contain everything. That way if I use charcoal, it'll contain it. So I need to find a nice piece of steel for that, which I think I have. Poke some holes in it to let some air ventilation in, and that'll be perfect. Make some racks. Let's start with that. Let's make some racks. Oh shoot, real quick, let me show you what I did here off camera while we were working. Is I did put some ventilation. I didn't do a big ventilator here, but we're gonna put a nice sign here that says smoke shack or something like that. But this up here, that's how I got this working. These will hold it shut. If I want to open them up all the way, and I got a screen in there to keep our buggies out. One over there, one over there. If you want to do it partially, all you do is adjust that where you want it. Pull that out a little bit, close a little bit, open a little bit, whatever you want to do. Isn't that beautiful? And we got our little door down here to access our fire. We're gonna have to find a little handle to put on that and finish trimming these. I'm gonna wrap these around to protect that edge. Find a piece of metal for there, but let's get back to it. We said we were gonna make racks. Let's make racks. Okay, Gnomies, there's a couple of things we're gonna do here. We're gonna make a couple of different style of racks. We can do more than just smoke with this little building right here. And some of you that made comments in the bottom, no, you can't also use it for an outhouse just because it looks like an outhouse. Where were we? Rack. I'm gonna make some squares. Frame. We've got a bunch of scraps and stuff. Put them together, they're gonna fit in here. Got room for 1, 2, 3, 4, even a fifth one if I need to. But since we're also gonna do other things in here like
Dehydrate stuff.
I'm gonna make racks with some plain window screen on it. Because when you're dehydrating, mostly what I dehydrate are stuff like herbs and things like that that I wild harvest for making teas for the winter and time. And when they dehydrate, they get real small, so you want a nice screen so they don't all fall through. So you
Keep all your yummy goodnesses. Anyway.
What we're gonna do first before we smoke anything. And also, there's another way to smoke fish besides laying it flat on a rack. The traditional way is to hang it. What they do is they cut a slit in it, they leave the skin on it, they cut a slit in it, and either hang it on a hook or a twig or something. You can hang a bunch of strips vertically, hang it over a stick. So we'll be able to do that also, because we'll be able to put some wires across top here if we want to. So if we do sausages, we can hang it.
We can hang strip over the wires. There's so many options. Let's do it.
Okay, let's see if we can get some dimensions on our racky attackies here. Hook that on there. Oh, wait a second. What the? I ain't in frickin' kindergarten. Get a real tape. Alright, here we go. Actually, I don't even think they should use those tape measures in kindergarten. Teach people how to use the lines. Never learn how to ride a bike with training wheels. What's that going to be, huh? Do you know? I do, because I know how to use lines. We'll make it easy by you that much. What do you think?
Time to chop it.
Okay, what are we going to need? We got a bunch of these. Left over from building domes for the frame. Now, to cover the frame,
With screenage of various gauges, thicknesses, and desires.
measuring thing.
Come up. And one of these.
After we find some batch.
need some screen.
Okay, we got a couple different flavors to use here. Some of it now. Now, depending on what you're smoking or putting in the smoker, which is not just a smoker, by the way, you can also use it for dehydrating mushrooms. You can use it for dehydrating any kind of stuff. You put it in there. Just don't add a fire. Let it sit there in the racks. Let the air do its thing, and they all dehydrate it just beautifully. So, stuff like that, like your spruce tips, your mushrooms, they're a little bit smaller, so you might want to make some racks like this. What we're probably going to do
is use this to begin with. Put this on our racks. We got some big holes. Then if we need to put smaller stuff on here so it doesn't fall through, we can either cut a piece of screen, lay it on here, which is a good idea, or we can cut some pieces of this and lay them on there. So we got options that way. What do you think? Let's do it.
what in the world are we going to need? Some of that, one of those. That's it. Okay, normally domilies, this is pretty straightforward. We're going to pull this stuff out, get it as flat as we can, cut it to size, staple it around. Now this is not wide enough, so we'll put it on here and we'll put another piece and we'll overlap. It'll be just fine. It's only holding fish. And one of these racks here will probably hold 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 to 6 fish, depending on how big they are. So right now we got 4 racks, 6 fish a piece. That's quite a bit of fish in the smoker. That's good enough for one day's worth of work anyway. So let's do it.
That's enough of that. Let's get started. We're starting another long set of non-stop rock for the valley on K-Hits 107.1. Your valley, your music, your station.
That's right, baby. K-Hits, let's get to work. Crank it up. Alright, let me show you a little trick here to help keep this tight. Bring this over to the edge. Pull this down this way. You can use the roll to help pull it tight. Staple her down, cut her off. You know it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. Anyway. Ha! Alright, we got one done. Nice and tight. That'll hold our fish. We gotta do this 1, 2, 3 more times. So let's get back to it. Crank it back up. Voila! Time to make some smoke. Okay, normalies, we gotta make some smoke, other than what comes out my pipe. We showed you the inside of this. We got this all lined with metal, so none of this wood catches on fire if any sparks pop out. But I want to put something on the ground, because depending on where you put this, because we can move this around, we may want to put it in the shade to keep it from getting too hot on some days. So I got a pan, a little beat up, but we're gonna get a hammer, fix that. Ain't nothing but a thing. So put that aside. That's gonna go in here. I need to find a ring, something to contain the fire that's got a lip on it, so I can throw chunks of wood in there to make smoke. But let's get these out of here, and I think I've got just the thing for the ring. So, let's see what we got going on here. We got our pan, we got to beat back into shape. And that's going to go in here. We got this stainless, oh, let me reach, stainless steel ring. Now, that's going to go in the pan, but it needs to breathe. So I need to put some holes in it. That thing's heavy duty stainless steel. I don't think I got a good enough bit to poke a hole in that. I need a bunch, 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit bigger, 8 or 10 of them. Let me think here for a minute. Thunder. Stainless steel. Thick. Need holes. No drill press. 1/4 inch. 40 cal.
A safe place to poke some holes. I think we got it right here. Set that right there. That looks like a drill press to me. Oh, no, almost does. Hold on.
Okay, we got this set up against the hillside. There ain't no houses for miles on the other side of the hill. What else do we need for a drill press? A drill. And some hearing protection. Oh, what size holes? 40 cal, hollow point. Should be about this big on one side, that big on the other side. We shall see. The idea is we got 8 shots. We want 16 holes. We want through and through, baby. Well, crap, that didn't work. Hey, we tried to have fun. Wish you were here. Anyway, turn that down a minute. That didn't work. We got a couple options. Break out our drill bits, the bestest steel ones we got. Drill some tiny holes, a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit bigger. We don't need a ton of holes, just enough to breathe a little bit, because this has got to be a smoldery kind of fire. Because we want smoke, not flame. But I had another idea when I was walking back here, and it was going through my head. Bear with me a second.
Instead of making the best of the drill bits I got, dull, diamond blade, I'm just gonna cut some slits, a few places around. Get her done.
Okay, that worked. We got enough holes in there with some ventilation, so that'll go in our pan. That pan, it's all dented up. Let's fix it. What do you think? What are we gonna need? That, some of those. Put these under here. Oh, here's the idea. Hold it up. Scratch a mosquito bite. Beat this thing back into place.
Cover your ears. Voila! Voila!
It's like brand freaking new. Oakley dokley, nobly wobbly. We got our pan all beat back into shape. That's gonna go down into the bottom here. Keep us from getting any sticks on fire and, protecting the ground a little bit. Because around here we've got more peat moss in the ground than topsoil. Peat moss catches on fire. So, we want to prevent that. We can put some bricks in there to prevent that, but this pan should work just fine. We got our holes in our ring. The ring goes down the middle there. Let me show you.
Okay, so we got our pan down there, our ring down there. Now, I need to make some smoke because I want to test this thing out. I don't have anything to smoke right at this moment, but I want to do a decent long smoke. A couple ways I can do it. I can start a fire in here, get some nice coals going, and then throw some wood chips on top of it that are soaked. I can put some charcoal in here, do the same thing, wood chips that are soaked, or some cottonwood even. We got some cottonwood trees we've been cutting down, so why don't I split some of that up because it'll make perfect smoke. Smoking salmon, traditionally they either use cottonwood or alder to smoke it, so we just want to make some smoke. So, how about some cottonwood?
Let's do it. Alright, let's get some coals started, guys. Throw that down there. This here is a charcoal chimney. This is my homemade version. Works pretty darn good, basically. Got a screen down there, keep coals from falling through. Put that in the pan. I'm actually going to put some paper under there. Well, let me get everything together and I'll show you. Okay, we are back. We got us some charcoal. We got some paper. If you've never used one of these and you like using charcoal for barbecuing, I highly recommend one for starting. Take some newspaper, any kind of paper you want. Stick it in the bottom there. Alright. First bag. These can even go in there because that'll help. We want a good long fire, so we're going to fill this thing up. That should work. Get our extras in here. Now, with one of these charcoal chimneys, it's as easy as this. As that paper light's in the bottom, starts a chimney effect. And really gets some heat going and gets all them started pretty quick. So you guys keep an eye on this. I'm going to go get some other stuff together. I got to get some wood for some chips so we can make real smoke. Because this one. Okay, let's go check this thing out. Oh, let's get bigger. There we go. There we go. Back to normal. Okay. Well, we're licking flames out of the top of there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Most of those coals are started, so let's dump them in here. So, put this in here. Whew! All right. We got fire. Now, we need to make some smoke. So what I did, I got some of these cottonwoods. Alright. Cottonwood pieces, no bark, fresh, green. So they don't contribute to the fire. They will smolder and make smoke. Okay? Okay, do your thing. Close up the door here. Nice and tight. We're going to leave these closed for a minute, let the smoke start building up in there, but there's another thing we need. Oh, we got to be able to check the temperature. This is a hot smoke, but we got to be able to know what the temperature is so we can ventilate properly up here. So I got something for that. All right, hopefully you can see there, but it looks like we are making some smoke, folks. Hey. Now, if there was some fish in there, it would really smell good. But this is a hot smoke, and we need to know what temperature we're smoking at. So, I've got one of these thermometers, meat thermometers, because proper smoking temperature that I like is right around 150, 160 degrees, right in there, and this goes up to 200. We can go a little bit higher, but it cooks faster. We really don't want to cook, we want to smoke. So, that's what you need, folks. Perfect range. And
Wait, drill hole.
I looked in there because I want to make sure I don't hit a rat. And I want it to be right about in the middle, you know, middle to a little bit high. So right about there is going to be good. So there we go. Now, you can see what temperature it is. Perfect. Button this thing up so smoke don't come out. And we may have to put the tie downs on here to, the door's a little warped, but our temperature's coming up. Give that about 5 minutes. See where it's at. Smoking good right now, though. You need to open them up top. Alright. She's smoking like crazy. Doing exactly what she needs to do. Let's check our temperature. Oh, look at that. So it's been about 15 minutes. It's up to temperature. I'll let it get stable here, so it's a little bit over 150 degrees. That's perfect. Good amount of smoke. I might Put a latch here, maybe some seals around here to hold it a little bit more. But man, really, all in all, it's doing good. I wonder what happens if I open one of these up. Oh, look at the smoke billow out. I bet you our temperature will drop a little bit. But yeah, it's working perfect, guys. So now we did have one issue. Someone said this looked like an outhouse. And you know what? If you stand back and you didn't know, it does. Man, look at that smoke. So, we're going to fix that. You know how we're going to fix that? We're going to show you. Stand by. Oh, owie. Smoke shack, we need a sign.
You can't have people confusing this with an outhouse. Not that they can get in there and do anything.
There we go. Smoke shack. Go.
Ta-da!
What do you know? I left the camera running. Hopefully I took a shot to the last one. Might have to redo that one if I didn't. Oh well. Alright. We got some good temperatures here. I'm able to regulate it, make it go up and down as I want. I've had it maintaining this temperature for quite a while. But we're running out of smoke. What do? Add more wood. In the bottom. We'll see.
Yep, down the bottom. Right down there. Right down there. Open up that door. Come in, what do you think? And we still got some good coals in there. But we are running out of smoke. So, there we go. More smoke coming up.
And that also, in doing that, by putting it in the bottom down there, kept our temperature right where we wanted it. Right on the dot. Well, here it is, folks. FREECYCLE smoker. How much did it cost us? Let's see. Leftovers from a job. Free off the railroad. Free pallets. $1 at the dollar store. But guess what? We failed. It's not a free smoker. It cost $1. Only cost us $1. Well, that's it for this project. We did it in 2 parts. Pretty cool. I'm liking it. Another couple weeks, we'll be able to go get some fresh fish, put it in there, get her done. What do you think? Alright. If you haven't already, hit that like button. We took all this time to make it. Hitting the like button is free. And it helps us out. You know what else is absolutely free? Hitting the subscribe. And if you really like to, go down to the bottoms there. There's some comments going on. People talking about stuff. Join in. Until next time.
I'm a know-me, he's a know-me, she's a know-me, you're a know-me, wouldn't you like to be a know-me? Click the subscribe down on the bottom, click the like button down on the bottom, or make a comment down on the bottom. Peace out.